Know that we are going to be looking after and thinking about your families every single day, and that when you get back home, you're going to be greeted by a grateful nation. But when you get home, we are going to be there for you when you're in uniform, and we will stay there for you when you're out of uniform.
Well, the president promised to take care of our veterans and their families, but the latest White House move only seems to hurt them. Due to the sequester, subsidies for low-income Americans were going to be cut by 7%. But now the White House is scrapping this plan and restoring $560 million in subsidies on the taxpayers' dime. And the average military family may lose up to $5,000 in benefits. So why do our nation's heroes have to suffer in the name of Obamacare? Here to react is retired gunnery sergeant for the U.S. Marine Corps, Jessie Jane Duff. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
So when you hear this, do you feel like this is a slap in the face to our men and women in uniform?
This is a horrible attempt by the president to demonstrate that he cares about taxpayers, but he's cutting costs on the backs of taxpayers, but on the military, and not with his golden calf Obamacare. This is an insult to all of the military who has served or is serving. A sergeant, a United States Marine Corps sergeant, on average is going to lose $5,000 in food allowances, in his ability to have housing allowances, and his medical costs. This is ridiculous to happen to our service members who serve, so dedicate their lives so aggressively and try to serve this country and provide great defense.
Yeah, low pay increases, increase in grocery bills because of what's going on at the commissaries, housing costs going up. I mean, it's a lot for them to shoulder, certainly. The White House, though, an administration official came through last night, this is according to the Washington Post, and said that their reason for doing it was to improve the efficiency in the administration of these payments for both insurers and the federal government. So what do you make of that?
You know, Secretary Hagel said that the military has this extremely generous benefit that we must rein in costs. Well, if this benefit is so generous, then how come only 1% of this country provides defense for this great nation? 1%. And with that, they're not taking care of veterans. We have close to 400,000 veterans that are waiting their benefits from the VA. So you've got people waiting over 342 days to get benefits from the Veterans Administration. Meanwhile, it takes only 30 days to get on food stamps. Right. So this administration is sending completely mixed signals.
And how many of that 1% actually make it to 20 years for retirement, too?
You know, people like myself are almost going to become obsolete. Less than 17% of the 1% will do 20 years. Let me tell you how hard that is. I moved 9 times in those 20 years. I did 4 years overseas. When you get out of the military, overall, usually your body is broken and your bank account is broken. You don't have much, and you have to start all over.
Right.
So now they're taking these benefits. It's just telling people why serve.
Right, exactly. How is it going to be impacting recruitment, for sure? Also, when you hear about the president flying around on Air Force One while he's making these military cuts or allowing them to happen, fundraising across the country and going shopping in New York, how does that make you feel?
You know, I look at it and I find it appalling that he's not caring about those people who have put their lives on the line for this country. We talked about the 17% of the 1% that make it to the 20-year mark. What about those that don't make it? What about those that have died in service for this country? What about those that are disabled? You have to show that you care about those who serve this country. Otherwise, what kind of nation are we? This is going to kill the recruiting process. It's really making it hard for people to say, I'm going to invest my life, I'm going to dedicate myself to serve this great nation.
Yeah. Retired Gunnery Sergeant Jessie Jane Duff, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.